Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. We're almost set then for fight night 3. We start with fight number 1 of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the man fighting out of the blue corner. He weighs in at 76.2 kilograms. It is the one and only Fred, the Beast, Marcel.
My name is Fred Marshall. I'm 50 years old, from Cape Town in South Africa, father of 2 and a husband, and I manage a medium-sized business. The reason I decided to do white-collar boxing was that it's something that's completely out of character for me. It's probably one of the most challenging things that I physically ever had to do. So that would be, I think, the core reason for it, but also the fitness, the skill that come along with it. You know, I've never had to put myself on a physical level against one opponent. Well, during my training for white collar, I realized that I'm completely not prepared for fighting. And the last 2 months have taught me skills that I'd never known. So it's been an incredibly steep learning curve and been very challenging. I've enjoyed the process tremendously. It's been one of the most challenging things I've done. Spartans has been great. I can't really compare it to other boxing gyms because I have never been inside them. But I've had an incredible experience here. The coaches have been super supportive. The team, everybody in this gym has just really, you know, pushed us always to the next level. It's been a pleasure, an absolute pleasure to be a part of this journey. Nick, I've been training for this. To stand in the corner and bleed so long, I'll be there now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beast, it's Fred Marshall! Fred Marshall is a popular man this evening. His opponent fighting out of the red corner. It's Nick, player 1, DELANEY.
Well, my name is Nick DELANEY. I'm originally from the UK, but I moved around a bit in my childhood from Portugal, and I spent most of my time growing up in South Africa. I work for a software company as a project implementation manager, and I've been doing that for the last 3 years. The reason I decided to do white collar is I've always been competitive since my schooling days, and as I've grown up I haven't found something to really put my mind to. Something like white collar gives me the opportunity to go ahead and commit myself to something and go for have a proper competition. So that's the reason I decided to do white collar. Well, since I started boxing, I actually started boxing because I got injured. I used to play football a lot, and I couldn't play football because I tore ligaments in or tendons in my big toe, along with fracturing it. So I needed to somehow keep myself mentally well, and that entails doing some kind of physical form of activity. I live just next door, behind the building, so I walked around and I saw the place, had a free class, and I just started from there about 3 months ago. When it comes down to white collar, I only started training for it 4 days ago, so I'm a little bit late to the camp. I think everyone said 12 weeks to prepare. I've got just over 2.5. I think there was a dropout due to an injury, but it just motivates me a bit more to catch up with everybody and really commit myself to the cause. Started from the coaches to the members of the gym. I've got along well with everybody. It's competitive, but it's healthy. And the coaches do push you. So especially in the last couple of days for the white collar, it's been quite a bit of a push getting in the ring for the first time and sparring. It's a challenge, but it's exciting. And the team, or the red team, shout out red team, they always have you back and they're very supportive. The coaches are always there for you too. Message to my opponent, firstly, I respect everybody getting in the ring. It's not an easy task, so kudos to everybody getting in the ring tonight. Message to Fred, I've heard he's a super nice guy, so I'm going to be one of the first people over to him at the end of the fight to pick him up off the canvas and get him out of the ring safely.
Well, he may look like Freddie Mercury, but will we be going gaga over Nick? Player one, DELANEY! Right then, ladies and gentlemen, seconds are almost out. It is in the blue corner, Fred Marshall. In the red corner, it's Nick DELANEY. We'll get the final words from your referee before we hand over to our commentators ringside, Robbie Greenfield and Matt Jackport Fortune. It promises to be an incredible fight night. This is fight one of a scheduled 10. Final remarks from the coaches. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for this? Right then, guys, seconds out. The referee for the evening will bring them in.
Head up, no horses, no. Listen to me. Check.
Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, seconds out from fight number one.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I have got goosebumps down here at commentary position. This is fight number one, down here at the beautiful JW Marriott Marquis Ballroom. It is Nick DELANEY, player one, taking on Fred the Beast Marshall, and it is a crucial first round. Alongside me, a man who's been there, he's done it, I'm not going to say at the highest level, but he has been a white-collar fighter. He knows what it's like to compete. It's Matt Jackpot Fortune.
Great, really great start here, Rob. Plenty of pressure being put on by Fred. This sort of action that really catches the eye of the judges early doors.
Fred the Beast Marshall, the oldest competitor in the competition at the age of 51. Nick DELANEY is the youngest, but it's Fred looking to dominate the centre of the ring, throwing some heavy shots from both wings, left and right, coming in and looking to push back his younger opponent.
Yeah, the big difference, Rob, is if you're on the front foot and you're backing off, the judges think that you're running a little bit scared, and we want to see a bit more from Nick. He needs to be a little bit more progressive, turning around a little bit less. He doesn't want to expose the back of his head.
Fred doing a wonderful job, and Nick just to settle into his rhythm. He just wants to establish that jab. He's got the reach, he's got the range, but he is giving up 3 kilos in weight to his older opponent, Matthew Fortune.
Yeah, can make the world of difference, Rob. That extra power that we can be finding in Fred's right hook is going to be making all the difference.
Fred the Beast Marshall just looking to set himself, and they're getting tied up there on the ropes. It's going to be a busy night, I feel, for the referee down here for night 3 at Spartans White-Collar Boxing Dubai. And I tell you what, the atmosphere in this ballroom is absolutely magical down here. Fred the Beast Marshall, he's been the aggressor in round 1. Can Nick Delaney start to establish himself in this fight? Fred very much on the front foot here, looking to finish the round with some authority, Matthew Fortune.
Yeah, the referee right to have another word with Nick about turning round. It's extremely dangerous to expose the back of your head. Needs to be a little bit smarter when he moves away from that shot from Fred.
Fred, a late call up to
that's
this.
a great shot though from Nick.
Good response from Nick Delaney. He seems to have found a second wind here late on in this first round. Getting off some shots there. And it was. We are ready for round 2 here. Fred very much the aggressor in that first round, but Nick Delaney did have his moments late on in that first round. It's going to be interesting if he can use that momentum to try to make a comeback into this fight. But once again, Fred Marshall burrowing away in the midriff of Nick Delaney.
Nick employing some of the dirty tactics, holding Fred's head down, would have taken a lot of gas off of Fred, I would have thought.
Trying to tire out his older opponent. A big shout out to Fred's wife Mary, she's in the crowd giving her full support. Fred says his favourite shot is tequila. I don't think he misunderstood the question maybe, but Nick Delaney dancing around, very much rope-a-dope, Muhammad Ali style on the ropes here from Nick.
I've got to say I enjoy Nick sticking his tongue out, telling Fred that he's not feeling anything that's coming his way.
He's having some fun in there, is Nick, but he's backpedaling furiously, and he needs to try to do something a little bit more offensively in this second round, Matthew Fortune.
When he does, Rob, he's making a big difference. Nick has got some power. He might be giving up the kilos, but he's definitely got some power in those shots.
And as the fighters start to fatigue, now is the time to dig deep. Now is the time to go to the well and find reserves of energy that you never knew you had. As Fred just keeps plodding forward, he's like a tank in there, moving forward as Nick dances round him. Nick doing a pirouette there onto the back ropes, but he's looking a little bedraggled in there, is Nick Delaney. Can he somehow find a little bit more energy, Matthew?
It's not the body language you want to be showing your opponent. Hands on haunches already, and you can see that Fred has taken heat from that.
A lovely block there from Fred, using his left glove just to palm away that right from Nick, and some clean shots here from Fred the Beast Marshall as he looks to unleash on Nick Delaney. Nick Delaney wants to be a part of this.
Fred finishing strong.
The onslaught from Fred Marshall at the age of 51 is something to see, ladies and gentlemen. He keeps going, and the bell goes for the second round. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for round number 3. 3 2-minute rounds. Let me tell you, it is no joke in there. These fighters leaving it all out in the ring as Fred the Beast Marshall continues to come forward. It's a big round for Nick Delaney. Can he make an impact in this third round as Fred continues to power forward with his onslaught, Matthew Fortune?
Yeah, one thing I noticed between those rounds, Fred sitting upright, getting all the air that he can into his lungs. Nick a little bit slouched. Body language expert would have a field day with that one, Rob.
Nick, big shout out to his girlfriend Angela. She's in the audience, she's supporting him. He's played sports his whole life. He needs to find some kind of sporting essence in this third round as Fred looks to continue with that very impressive rounds 1 and 2. He's been the aggressor, he's done everything right so far. And Nick Player One Delaney, look at this, bit of showboating there from the young man.
It is an entertainment after all, Rob, so bonus points from Nick for me on that one. Just needs to back it up with a flurry more action.
Fred with an incredible onslaught late on in this fight. Fred the Beast Marshall showing that he's not a man to be trifled with.
5 minutes of solid effort and still swinging like this, incredible.
Mick Delaney, I don't know whether it's rope-a-dope, I don't know whether it's kidology in there, but he's certainly got the body language of a tired man in there. But Fred, sticking to his guns, sticking to his task as he moves forward. Ruthless uppercuts from Fred the Beast Marshall.
Absolutely brilliant. Uppercut, the most dangerous punch that you can throw out there. And Fred is not scared to go with it either. Mick's wobbling here.
What can he find later on in this fight? It's been a titanic tussle in this first fight at Fight Night 3 of the Spartans. Okay, we've got a break in the action here, ladies and gentlemen. Last few seconds though, and it's a big few seconds, and the bell is gone. What a fight! They give it up for the two fighters, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, what a fight that was to kickstart the night, ladies and gentlemen. One more time, round of applause for your fighters, Fred Marshall and Nick Delaney. Right then, before we get the scorecards, I want to welcome a very special guest into the ring now to present our fighters with their trophies. A man who has been over the road before when it comes to Spartans White-Collar boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Jason Burke. Come on, Jason. Right, very quickly, Jason, what did you make of that? That was pretty impressive, wasn't it?
Very impressive. Well done, guys. Massive, massive effort. Well done.
It's a cracking way to start the night. Better them than you, Jason. You've been over this course before. It's a grueling night, isn't it?
Oh, the anticipation is the killer, but the adrenaline takes over, so well done, fellas.
Right, well done. Great effort. Right, judges, the scores are in. Yes, we've got the scores. There can be no draw. Right then, the result is in. Our three judges ringside. Right then, our first winner of the evening. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's a unanimous decision. Your winner, it's the blue corner, Fred Marshall! Nick, Fred, I'll come to you in a second. I'll get Nick's thoughts, I'll come to you. Nick, come on in, very quickly. It's very important that I talk to you first. Firstly, commiserations, incredible effort in there. I couldn't do it. A lot of people in this room couldn't do it. Quick word for your team who supported you through this.
It's not easy to take. First, kudos to Fred. Well done. This guy just keeps going, you know. He won some competition on the beach, running or something this morning. Then he comes out and he's throwing punches like that this evening. Crazy job by him. I like my fitness, bit of composure. Thank you to Red Team, Coach for having my back. And yeah, disappointed myself. And sorry, Red Team, but I think I need to get on the treadmill a bit more. Thanks everybody for watching. Yeah.
Well done, Nick. Jason, if I get you to present the trophy to Nick, well done, Nick. Right, Fred, come over here. Fred, come on in. Well done, what a start. How old are you, 51? Balling, she looked 30, is what I'll say. A big shout out to all your team.
Say again, sorry?
A big shout out to all of your team, because...
Absolutely, man. They've been absolutely fantastic. Spartans have really taken me to places that I couldn't imagine. I'm super thankful for them. Coach Frank has been incredible. He's been such a stalwart. All his instructions are just so spot on, man. It's been fantastic a journey, fantastic.
I guess the $1 million question, will you do it again?
You know, 10 minutes ago I was saying, nah, this is it, but who knows? I might make a comeback.
Watch this space, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner of your first fight of the night, Fred Marshall. MARCEL! Well done, guys. Right, one photo. We'll get a photo, guys. Get in for a photo for the photographer. All the girls, the big girls. Guys, just here. Thank you. Well done, guys.